right, what up? What's going on, people? What's poppin'? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So, I wanted to talk about why relationships don't last, okay? Because, a lot of people hit me up and they're like, yo, man, you've been with your girl, with your wife for like over a decade, and you've been with your girl for a while. So how do you make these relationships last? And why don't relationships last? You feel what I'm saying? What up, Philip? Brian, what's going on, bro? Tracy, what up? So, there's really sort of two main reasons why relationships don't last. Now, the first reason is people don't know how to accept and adapt to change. What up, Tracy? They don't know how to accept and adapt to change. See, what you got to understand is that your relationship is constantly changing. And if you don't understand that your relationship is constantly changing, then what's going to happen is that your relationship is not going to last. Because what happens is this, is that when you're in a relationship, if you don't realize that it's constantly changing, what you're always doing is you're comparing what's happening now to what was happening before. What's up, Yaga? Owl Lobby, what's good? Some of your names I can't pronounce, so you got to pardon me. But anyway, but yeah, so the thing is, you have to understand that things are going to change. See, what happens is like this. Let's say, for example, you have a wife or a girlfriend. Y'all been together for 5 years. When you first met your wife or your girlfriend or whatever, she was slim, her body was tight, right? Now she put on a little bit of weight. Now, instead of you accepting that or adapting to that change, what you do is that you get upset or you get frustrated at the fact that the situation's changed. You feel what I'm saying? So what happens is that instead of, sticking with the relationship, you end up wanting to break up with her. You end up cheating on her and, she finds out, y'all break up. And that's because you haven't accepted the fact that it changed. You see what I'm saying? What up, Nathan? Lamar, was good? So the thing is, it's like this. Is everything is going to change. You understand? It's like, you expecting your wife or girlfriend to actually, be that same way she was 5 years ago is like expecting you to look the same way you were when you were 12, when you're like 25 or 30 right now, or even 40. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't work that way. Christopher, what's going on? What's popping? Right? So you got to adapt to that change, and you have to accept that change, right? Now, the thing is this, is that we're all changing. Men, women, we're always changing. You're changing, and the person you're with is changing every day. So it's never going to be the same exact shit. You feel what I'm saying? So when you don't accept that change, and when you don't know how to adapt to that change, that's when your relationship isn't going to last. Because you're going to start to think that something is wrong with the relationship because it's not the same like it was. But it's always going to change. But you got to accept it. Right? See, it's kind of like, when you imagine a movie, right? Tracy says some changes are bad. Well, that's on your perspective. You see what I'm saying? It's all about your perspective. Because you might say your girl gaining weight, it's bad. But that's all in your perspective. Or let's say she gained weight, she lost weight, and then she, gained weight again. It's all in your perspective. What up, Andy Troy? What's going on? Jamal, what up? So the thing is, you got to understand that things are going to change. And see, this is the thing. It's like, let's say you're watching a movie, right? This is your first time watching a certain movie. And then you love the movie, like this movie's the shit, right? And then this becomes your favorite movie. Then you watch it a few more times. You probably watched the movie 10, 15 times already, right? Now, let's say there's like a surprise ending in the movie. Let's say there is something, a lot of jokes in the movie. Even though it's still funny to you, even though the movie's still interesting, it's never going to be the same as the first time you saw it. You see what I'm saying? So even though you might laugh at the same jokes, you will never laugh at it like how you did the first time, but you have to accept that. See, in the relationships, we don't look at it that way. We look at it as, oh, it's not the same anymore. You know, you don't do the same things we used to. And the thing is, you're not going to do the same things you used to because your relationship is constantly changing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the key to the long-term relationship is to accept the change and to adapt to the changes, right? Because even, let's say, for example, with the example I was talking about with your girl gaining weight. If your girl was, let's say you first met her, she was, you know, slim and tight, then she gained weight, and let's say she lost the weight. Even if she lost the weight, she still isn't the same as when you first met her when she was slim and tight, right? She might be slim and tight again, but it's not the same exact slim and tight when you first met her. So I'm just using this as simple examples. You understand? Same thing with you ladies out there. What up, Paul, Shelton, what up? Same thing with you ladies out there, right? You know, a lot of ladies, they'll say, you know, my boyfriend, he isn't as romantic as he used to be. You understand? And then now she's upset about that. And then she gets so frustrated, she wants to, you know, not deal with him or whatever it could be. And that's because she didn't accept the change and adapt to the change. You see what I mean? If you don't adapt to the change, or if you don't accept the change, you are going to leave the person you're with. You see what I'm saying? It's really that simple. I'll give you an even simpler example. Think about, you know, a musician or something. Shelton, what up, bro? Malik, what up? Think of a musician or something, or, you know, an artist or something, right? Now, when you first got introduced to that artist, let's say a musician where they came out with their first album, and you're like, yo, this shit is hot. I like the way they rapping. The flow is crazy, whatever, right? So now they're on their 5th album, and you're like, you're not really feeling it too much. Their style has changed. You're wishing that they will go back to the way they were doing it on the first album. So what do you end up doing? Instead of accepting that change, right, you just stop fucking listening to them. You see what I mean? It's almost like you broke up with that artist. You stop fucking with that artist because they're not the same as they was before. See, if you have to get used to this concept of things changing and accept it and be okay with that if you want to have the long-term relationship. You see what I'm saying? If you do not accept it, your relationship is going to be done. You feel what I'm saying? Your relationship is going to be a wrap, right? The first thing I was talking about was that you got to actually adapt and accept the changes in your relationship, right? Now, the second reason why relationships don't last, and this is you know, something that most people do, and which is why the relationship doesn't last. Second reason is they're always trying to one-up the moment. Luke Kane, what up? Shelton, what up? Marvin, what is going on? Yeah, the shit fucking fucked up for a second, but I'm back. You feel me? But what I was going to say is, you know, the second reason why relationships don't last is because people are always trying to one-up the moment. So what does that mean, one-up the moment? So what happens is this, right? A lot of times, you know, people, when they're in relationships, they're always looking for like a better situation or something more exciting to happen. They want to, you know, they want bigger and better things to happen in their relationship. So if you're in a relationship and you're doing sort of the same things over and over again, people tend to get bored. They take the situation for granted. And so they want something more exciting. They want something extra. They're always looking and pursuing something extra in the relationship, right? So, for example, you know, if you, I don't know, like, let's say you and your girl or whatever, y'all traveled across the United States. And now since y'all done that already, now it's like you have to one up that situation by traveling, across the world. You feel what I'm saying? Now, if you don't do that, then you feel like your relationship is sort of stagnant, it's boring, it's routine, and then therefore you sort of like feel like there's something wrong with the relationship, right? And then therefore you're like, okay, well, this relationship isn't really going anywhere. You ever hear that? This relationship isn't going anywhere. See, that's the thing. People always think the relationship needs to go somewhere. Your relationship doesn't really need to go anywhere. There's nowhere to go, actually. You understand? Because all you have is the moment. And again, this is what I'm saying. You're trying to one up the moment. You're trying to one up the moments you have. You're trying to say, I got to do something bigger and better in order for me to have a happy relationship. You see what I'm saying? And so every time you're trying to one up the moment, that's reinforcing to you that what you have right now isn't enjoyable. That's reinforcing that what's going on right now, you're not happy with it. You see what I'm saying? And so you have to make sure that you're not trying to one up the moment. You're supposed to enjoy the moments you have in the relationship. But if you're trying to one up the moment, that's the thing that's going to, make your relationship end. You see what I'm saying? Because what you're going to start doing is you're going to start looking at it like, like let's say, you have these ladies out here, they'll start looking at their man like, oh, he's not doing anything special for me anymore. And what happens too is that you start comparing your relationship to other people's relationship. You'll start looking on Instagram, on Facebook, people taking trips, people doing this, people, getting married, doing this and doing that, whatever it is. And then you're going to be like, damn, well, my relationship isn't like theirs. They look like they're having more fun. They look like they're more in love. They look like they have more shit going on. They look like, you understand? So then you're trying to one up your situation so that you can compete with them or get the same shit they're getting. And now you're never satisfied in your relationship because you keep trying to do more shit. You're trying to pursue that excitement instead of just enjoying your relationship. You understand? People are trying to one up the moments in the relationships, which is why the shit doesn't fucking last. You feel what I'm saying? And, I said this before, like, the perfect visual of a great relationship to me is when you see, you have that visual of the fucking old couple on the porch, maybe drinking some lemonade and holding hands, and they just chilling, right? That means they're just enjoying the moment. They're not doing anything super exciting. They're not, traveling the world. They're not fucking like, doing anything wild and crazy. They're just chilling and enjoying each other's company. You see what I'm saying? And that's what it's about. It's not about the things you're doing. It's about enjoying the moment with whatever you're doing with the person you're doing it with. That's it. And see, this is why a lot of people have trouble in relationships, because instead of enjoying the moments that they're in the relationship, what they're doing is they're trying to one up the moment. They're trying to do something more cool, something better, something fly. I got to do some fly shit for my anniversary. You understand? All that bullshit. You see what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with doing fly shit, but if you're doing fly shit in order to have a sort of feeling of, well, my relationship is better now, or it's getting better, or it's going to be better if I do this stuff, then you are basically not enjoying yourself, because you're telling yourself on a subconscious level that you need to do extra shit in order to keep this interesting, in order to keep this going. You feel what I'm saying? So, that's the thing. It's like, if you're on that, this shit is bugging the fuck out. This fucking internet right now is crazy. But yeah, I just wanted to lay that down, about relationships and how to keep this shit going, because I get a lot of motherfuckers hit me up. They ask me this. A lot of women ask me this. A lot of dudes are saying, how do you keep this shit going? How do you keep it interesting? You with your wife for 11 years, you with your girl for 2 years or whatever. It's like, how do you keep this shit going? Right? And again, like I said, it's adapting and accepting the change in a relationship, and It's about not one-upping the moment and just enjoying the moment. It's really that simple, right? That's all you got to do. That's the key to have a long-term relationship. Accept the changes, adapt to the changes, and enjoy the moments. That's it. Because if you don't do that, your relationship's not going to last. You understand? Cameron, what's going on? Your relationships are not going to last if you are, trying to like one up the moment. And it's not going to last if you don't accept the changes in your relationship. You see what I'm saying? So, it's just like for you ladies out there, if your man isn't as romantic as he used to be, you got to accept that if you want to keep the relationship going. For you guys out there, if your chick isn't as sexy as she once was when you met her like 5-6 years ago, you have to accept that if you want to keep the relationship going. I'm good, Cameron. What's going on with you? But if you don't accept that, then you're going to leave. Or what's going to happen is you're going to end up breaking up with your girl, or you ladies going to end up breaking up with your man, because there's going to be this feeling of you're not going to be satisfied in the situation because you're constantly worrying about the changes instead of accepting the changes. You feel what I mean? Keith, what's going on, bruh? I'm chilling. But yeah, I had that shit on my mind. I had that shit on my mind for a minute because a lot of asking me about that shit, man. You feel what I'm saying? But, that's all I wanted to say for tonight, man. It's fucking getting late. It's like 1 in the morning. You feel me? Shantae, what's going on? What's going on? And this fucking internet is like acting wild crazy right now. So you said, so to accept it in order to maintain the relationship, can you still try to improve the situation in some aspect? Yeah, you can improve the situation, but just understand you're still improving on something that's constantly changing. So you can't improve on it to get back to where you were, because you're never going to get back to where you were. So, for example, let's say your girl, is getting a little overweight. You can help her, get back down to the weight she once was. But even though you get her back down to the weight she once was, she still isn't the same woman you met 5 years ago, because her mind state and her energy has changed, just like your mind state and your energy has changed. Like right now, the person you are right now, you're not going to be the same person tomorrow and the next day and the next day, because you're constantly learning new information. And so since you change, since your girl changes, the relationship changes. You feel what I'm saying? Julian, you say your girl got fat. Do you accept it or bounce? Well, you can go to the gym and make the, try to get that weight off. But just like what you said, you like, do you accept it or bounce? If you don't accept it, you're probably going to bounce. You feel what I'm saying? That's what's going to happen. So you got to get her in the gym if you want to get. You got to understand that it's just a constant change. You understand? Everything is going to be consistently changing all the time. So you got to, be able to accept and adapt to that. You feel what I'm saying? You just got to understand that shit, because the problem is people expect their relationships to be the same exact way it always has been or it was back in the day. You want to feel that same feeling you felt when you first met your girl. It ain't going to happen. You know what I'm saying? It's a different feeling, and it's not anything bad. It's just you got to understand it's a different thing. The reason why a lot of people break up and they do all this other bullshit is that this is the reality of the situation. You see what I'm saying? So, that's how it goes, man. Lamar Vernon, what's going on? But yeah, that's all I really wanted to say about that. I'm about to call it a night, people. And plus, this internet is acting like how it's supposed to act. It's, doing some bullshit now. But, I want to thank each and every one of y'all for tuning in. Make sure you go to badboymembership.com.
Now, before you turn off this video, make sure you click the link below to get the Mr. Locario 30-minute game session. Now, this is a private one-on-one coaching session between me and you where we chop up game for a half an hour. So make sure you click that link below to get the Mr. Locario 30-minute game session.
Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.